Figure it out. Either you pimpin' or you simpin'. Either you mackin' or you lackin', baby. Either you playin' or you getting played.
What we doing? Mackin', baby. Curl juice, I'm activated. All my bitches count on me. Let Kenny be your calculator. What you in? Groovy nigga. I lay in the pool of bitches. Take a man. They can stay in the rain. I'm in my new edition. How you feel? Awesome nigga. Tell that hoe don't talk to niggas. Walk the walk and I get this shit shaking like a salt dispenser. Who you in? Casanova. Let them sip. I'm braggadocious. Niggas who be saying I taught them everything. I'm Master Roshi. I acquire flavor cause it's something that they never taught. They say, Keem, I thought you, bitch, you never thought. King Mackin', you ain't never seen slacking. Lean back, I'm clean, so before I sit and stress over this bitch, I eat a jean jacket. Don't need no doctor, I do pet smear on my bitches. Don't approach my hoe without funds, and let's get that clear on my bitches. I got different flavors, chocolate drop, vanilla. I could dip and glaze them. She stick to my side like she a beeper or a hip replacement. What we doing? Mackin', baby, curl juice, I'm activated. All my bitches count on me, let Kenny be your calculator.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the HBCU segment of the Splashcast of episode 74. Monday Night Raw, that was the Splashcast 36 pack. We could normally call it a 12 pack. Got 36. Episode soundtrack. 36 of them things. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. It should be released tomorrow. Y'all know it is homecoming. Wednesday.
Reggie trying to, the music is fire, that playlist put together, but I'm going to give it to you on Wednesday per the usual. I want y'all to understand that every Wednesday is New Music Wednesday by the Splashcast, and that boy just hit a 59-yard field goal. My God, end racism on that one.
59 yards. So y'all know what it is when it comes to HBCU football. You know, we cover it. We are going to cover HBCU sports. We were born in it, molded in it. We grew up with it. So, before we get to Deion, I talked a lot of trash about Norfolk State. They were 0-5 or 0-4 or whatever. They are number one in the MEAC, though, because they beat Morgan State, and nobody else has played a MEAC game. So we know this won't last because North Carolina Central is really that team, and so is South Carolina State. But for now, Coach Odoms and Norfolk State are 1-0, 1-4, and number one in the MEAC.
Hey, fellas, nothing but opportunity here, man. Nothing but opportunity.
Nothing at all. Also, in the SWAC, FAMU beat South Carolina State in Orangeburg, which is never an easy feat. That South Carolina Heat is different, just like that Florida Heat is different. South Carolina FAMU looks like they are getting back on track after a rough beginning to the season. Grambling, a game that we picked. I picked Alabama A&M to beat Grambling. Grambling is struggling this year. It is Hugh's first year. I'm really excited to see what he does after another full recruiting season and a full off season. But right now, Grambling. Now, one thing about Grambling, though, they are putting up money. I mean, not money. They are putting up points. They are scoring 25 to 30 points a game. They just don't have any defense right now at all.
And you've kind of had me temper my expectation. I do forget that this is his first year at Grambling.
Mm-hmm.
And you do need a full season to get your team. You need really like 2 or 3 seasons to get them how you want them. And we do have to temper those expectations. And you're right. He's giving you the offensive show that you need.
Which is what he is.
He's just not quite there yet.
He is an offensive. Now, offense was always his thing. It was defense that he struggled with. Texas Southern. When I see a game like this where Texas Southern barely beat Arkansas Pine Bluff, I am so discouraged that Southern got shut out by Texas Southern and then went back and beat Arkansas Pine Bluff 59-3. It's the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type thing, right? You got Jackson State. We'll come back to that one. Southern played Prairie View. They were, I think Prairie View was at the top of the SWAC West. And Southern went down to Houston and beat them 45-13 and won the halftime show and won the post game 5th quarter. Just a clean sweep down there in Houston.
That's somebody come to your crib and do you like that is
Bubba McDowell was not happy. Of course, you know, Coach Dooley came from Prairie View to Southern. Southern got their number 1 D tackle, Dumas, from Prairie View, and they went out and thoroughly dominated Prairie View. This was probably the best win that I saw, including the 86-0 win. But for them to dominate Prairie View, who was at the top of the SWAC right now, was a really, really big deal. Now, Southern does have a decent schedule coming up. They still got to play Jackson State. Still got to play Alabama. I think they play Alabama A&M this year. Still got to play Alabama A&M. They still got a couple games that they have to play, specifically Jackson State, which was a close game last year, and, you know, they got to fight last year. So,
yeah, I mean, Alcorn is 2-0 in the conference. Prairie View is at 3-1. Southern's at 3-1. Texas Southern is at 2-2, and Pine Bluff is at 0-3. So you still got plenty of football left.
Alcorn is in the West? Wow, I didn't know that.
So, you know, at this point, you know, we'll see how things play out.
Yeah. It's like it's like I said at the beginning of the episode. This is the sports Christmas. You have basketball, baseball, and football all being important right now. So, right now the Jaguars are tied for the SWAC West lead. So next week, I believe they play. Ooh, I forgot they got to play FAMU. Southern plays Alcorn State next week to be number 1 in the division. Woo!
But can we get to the stiff arm heard around the world?
Here we go. So
there has been on there.
So where do we want to start? Let's start with the post game. So Eddie Robinson
is where it
Jr.
started. Nobody knew the smoke was yeah.
This is where everything became public. This is Deion going to shake his hand after 26-12 win. Nah, get off me. Deion said, "Hold on, bro." For him to put his hand on Deion's chest and say, "Don't hug me."
Nah, we good.
A lot of people were saying they are on the side of Eddie Robinson. Black college football is split right now because you got Eddie Robinson Jr. who's saying, "Yo, Deion, he don't reach out to me. We don't talk. We don't do this. We don't do that." I'm like, come on, bro. And Deion,
That's
from
trash.
what we've seen from Deion, he's done everything right. He doesn't bash anybody. Now, I did say, and I'm gonna go to the media screen on this one. I did say.
Wait, hold on. Before we get down that too far, your players go out and play against players every week, and then at the end of the game, what do? You shake their hand and go on about the day. You don't know that man. He never called you before. It's sportsmanship. This is the same thing. Just because you don't have a personal relationship with Deion doesn't mean that you don't stand there and you know, attempt to flex on the man. Because that's what that was. It was such a poorly attempted flex.
Yeah, he definitely is. Now, before we get to the post game, there were some words spoken from Deion. Deion has bad blood with Alabama State. If y'all remember, and this is the pregame when they talked about it, and we're going to talk. I'm going to play it real quick.
Back in that shortened spring season in 2021, after the game, they went trolling. Alabama State fans went trolling. They put the
So, Alabama State, in the COVID shortened year, when Deion came in, Alabama State beat them 35-28. They trolled Deion by putting Deion up there with a Jerry curl and playing Must Be the Money after they beat him. Deion responded and said, "Y'all know y'all done messed up. That's childish and classless." I'm going to let y'all know right now, the precedent has been set. Eddie Robinson Jr., I know, and no relation to the great Grambling coach Eddie Rob, but I know for a fact that Deion don't forget. Because I remember when Deion played with Atlanta, when he played in Dallas, and we played in Washington.
Receipts always kept.
He always
my
keeps
email.
the receipts. Always. So not only did they do that,
This picture up on the scoreboard, Jackson State would avenge that loss for their homecoming months later. Now, Coach Prime has
Deion
been
had something to
pretty
say, though.
candid about how excited he is about this weekend's matchup and how he's adding some fuel to the fire.
This is like a money game, isn't it?
now let's break that down real quick. Deion said this is like a money game. We already said, remember, Deion is the guy that said, I don't like black colleges playing money games, meaning going to play like when Jackson State plays Mississippi State or FAMU plays, Miami or Savannah State plays Alabama. I don't know why that happened. But whatever, when a black college goes and plays a Division 1A school that has more money and everything like that, he doesn't like it. So for him to say that Alabama State played against us because it's a money game,
This is like one of those games that you invite the opponent so
You
you
can
can
see the
make a
smirk on
lot
his
of
face.
money because Jackson State travels deep.
that's a shot. That's a shot. That's a shot. We travel deep. You playing us because you want money. You playing us because you know we going to beat you. You just playing us because you want the money.
They come with all the fanfare, all the
I
love.
s-
You know how many fans we travel with. We one of the greatest shows on earth. We like Wrangling, Barnum, and Bailey Circus, but the black version of it.
I love the fact that we
Now, Deion said, y'all, and Deion takes it very personal, and you should. Takes it very personal when you schedule us for homecoming. When you
We
schedule, when
know
I
we've
say
all
us, his
played
team.
football before. If you look on the schedule and I'm your homecoming, I am trying to ruin your homecoming. Don't put me on your schedule. Don't. And if you think that I'm a team that you should play when you guys are celebrating homecoming, well, okay, I'm gonna fix you. That shot to me must be the money.
Was the kicker.
Last
That was the
year-
start off. It was disrespectful.
No. Yes, that started the fire. Scheduling me for homecoming, you really think I'm a chump now. Now I gotta fix you. And I didn't curse you. I didn't disrespect you. I didn't do anything outside of all right. And he said it. He said, let's lace them up. Don't talk no trash. Let your game speak for itself.
going to play Alabama State for their homecoming. I love it. Quote me. I love it.
Quote me. Quote me. I love it. Quote me. Deion
That
was
is
ready.
what you want. That's what you want out of a player or a coach. If you think that you can schedule me on homecoming, I'm here to ruin your damn homecoming.
So, of course, they win. And then you got Eddie Robinson Jr. Now, this is where he lost me. When he said there was a lot of trash talking, and Deion by saying, we coming to beat you for homecoming, you scheduled us for homecoming, doing all that stuff. Yes, Eddie Robinson, you weren't the coach when they put up Deion on the big screen, but you inherit all smoke when you just like when you king and queen, you get all the smoke when you take over a program or whatever. That's something that you do.
So before we even get into this, if you look down here on the left, 1.1 million views. When do you think the last time Eddie Robinson Jr. had 1.1 million views? Thank Deion, bro.
So Eddie Robinson Jr. said, "Yo, it was." Well, I'm gonna let him explain it because I don't
Play
know.
it, play this, please, because this is chump talk to me.
I guess me being up front is just like I thought it was a lot of disrespect the whole week, and so you're not gonna be disrespectful the whole week in the media. We didn't talk in the pregame. I was out there the whole time at the 50-yard line. He walked through our whole our whole huddle on our end zone, and came a long way around to get to his side of the field in the pregame. Thought that wasn't classy at all. And so in the postgame, I'm not about to give you the Obama bro hug. I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna always be respectful and respect the game. You got the great guys, W.C. Gordons, Eddie G. Robinsons, those guys, Marino Chasm. I'm living on the shoulders of the SWAC. He ain't SWAC. I'm SWAC. He ain't SWAC. So he's in the conference and doing a great job. Can't knock that. Got a great team. Son should be up for the Heisman Trophy winner. I love Shador. Great player. I love what he's doing for the conference.
I don't like that. I'm gonna stop.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
keep
no.
playing.
Keep going. No.
Probably one of the best ones we had since that Steve McNair era when he was in there. Love all of that, but you're not gonna come here and disrespect me and my team and my school, and then want to bro hug me. Shake my hand and get the hell on. Period. You got the W. Great job. I hope he comes back next year. I pray he don't get a Power 5 job so we can play them next year in Jackson, and I pray they put us for their damn homecoming.
Coach, would you describe it? Were you just trying to pull away from his handshake there?
Yeah, I was just pulling away. I mean, we handshaked and that was it. I mean, it ain't no need for no embrace. You know, we ain't friends. He ain't never called me. I ain't never called him. Great player. Shit, everybody wanted to goddamn be prime time as a little kid. All right, great player, all of that. Played against him, got tons of respect for the guy. Doing a great job as a coach, but you can't do all that stuff all week, and then you come back, put your backup quarterback, and you want to run a hitch and go to try to put more points on the board. Shit's disrespectful. Game was out of line. It was 26-12. 40 seconds left. We had no timeouts. Take a damn knee. You want to try to run a hitch and go. So we started blitzing. We're going to knock him out the game, too.
Stop it.
So that's how we got to play.
You a chump, man.
Ain't no quarters getting. So you want to do that, don't come with me and try to bro hug me like we friends. We ain't friends. You didn't shake my hand before the game. Why you shaking my hand after the game?
So the smoke is
warm.
warm.
Out of your ass. That's the reason I want to shake your hand now. I bet you won't schedule me for another homecoming. And you talking about don't run up the score. Hey, you got 11 out there. Put them on the field. Tell them to stop them. You ain't been able to stop them all game. Then funny story. Play must be the money. Put my face back up there again. I bet you won't do that. I'm with Deion all the way. And then you got to apologize to the man and say, oh, he's a great football player, great coach. I looked up to him my whole life. Man, if there's a hill, down the hill. You know, I say F me. Hey, I don't care who you are. But I'd rather you do that than moonwalk out of that. That was a chump move.
So how I feel about it. If Deion has a pregame ritual where he walks around the entire field. He does shake the hand of the coach. For him not to go shake his hand, you know, that is something that you do. You go to midfield, you go speak to the coaches, the opposite coach, whatever, have a conversation. If he didn't do that, if that is true, he was wrong for that. Number two, I went back and watched some of the highlights. They were up 26-12 with 40 seconds left. Alabama State had no timeouts. You don't run a hitch and go. No, let me finish. You don't run a hitch and go. You don't run a hitch and go with 40 seconds to go in the game, and you're up 26-12 and they're not having timeouts. You know you take a victory formation. So that's disrespectful too.
I bet you won't schedule me on your homecoming again. I'll run up the score again. You can get mad again too. We ain't got to shake no hands. Ain't got to be no dap, to be honest with you. You can stay over there and I'm going to stay over here. But you keep putting me on your homecoming schedule, and I'm going to keep coming here to embarrass you so that your people, the alums at your school can be mad. Because I'm going to tell you, I know they was fighting mad after that.
So this is Deion.
Who is?
I'm not SWAC.
I got time.
I keep clicking the wrong thing.
Who is SWAC? If I ain't SWAC, who is SWAC?
Who is
if I ain't
SWAC?
SWAC?
If I ain't
Who
SWAC?
is SWAC? If I ain't SWAC.
It didn't.
Who is SWAC?
There it is.
Baby, who is? One more. One of the comments that kind of disturbed me out of all the comments that I'm not SWAC.
Now, Deion has a point right there. Deion didn't have to go to Mississippi Valley State to go up there and raise money for that school. He didn't have to go to Alcorn to sit down and talk with all the coaches in Mississippi, including Delta State, in order to figure out how to raise money for the schools. Mind you, after Deion went up there with Mississippi Valley State, not only did they get a brand new football trailer, they raised money for their athletic budget. He didn't have to do that. Deion didn't have to come to the SWAC. For Eddie Robinson, and that's what I'm saying where Eddie Robinson Jr. lost me. All that other stuff about disrespect, if that happened, that's true. But you can't say he ain't SWAC. The only reason, like you said, the only reason you got 1.1 million views and the fact that it was on ESPN is partially due to Deion.
Eddie Robinson Jr. could live the rest of his life. He'll never have an ESPN headline ever in his life.
You got to understand. The thing is, Deion has been trying to promote unity amongst black colleges. That is one of the main things that he's been promoting, which is why he's starting in Mississippi. But he's been trying to promote unity and having our kids come here. If you notice, most of the schools have the names on the back of the jerseys. Some of the schools are doing that. He made that a big issue. Why don't we have names on the back of our jerseys? So, Eddie Robb, you got to understand. And like I said before, Eddie Robb, you got to inherit the smoke. They put Deion on the scoreboard. They played it. Y'all were talking trash. Now, for sure enough, he going to try to score 60 on you every year because Deion going to out-recruit you for the most part.
Oh, and if you don't think that he ain't SWAC, then he's going to show you he is the entire damn conference.
I don't know about the entire conference, but it's going to be.
There are two things that you can't do. You can't offend Deion, and you can't set him up for an excellent soundbite.
Yeah.
He's going to give you the goal. He's the guy with the microphone. Eddie Robinson Jr., they only wanted to hear from you because of the stiff arm. People will listen to Deion every week.
Every week.
And now he's going to come back next season and beat you, and then like, I'm still not SWAC. How about that?
Yeah. So I don't know what it is about these Alabama schools because, you know, the coach of Alabama A&M called Deion out last year saying, hey, we still here. We're all of that now. And Deion beat him by 40 points again.
In the words of Hove, do not bark up this tree. This tree will fall on you. You can't. Deion holds all the cards. He's more popular than you. He's funnier than you. And his team is better than you. And he just put his foot in your ass. Sometimes you got to take your L and go
and just go home.
Bro. Take your L's in private. Now you've embarrassed yourself. I can guarantee you all of the money in the world. We know how HBCUs get down. If you don't think that president called him on Monday and said, hey, man, come on to my office, we got to have a conversation, you are a fool.
Him and the athletic director. But
oh, yeah.
I will say for Alabama State.
Probably reaching out.
No, because Alabama State is going to benefit from this too now. Don't embarrass us. For every fan of antagonists, for every fan of the protagonist, there are also fans of the antagonists. Now, he has to figure out how he's going to use the transfer portal. I don't understand how Alabama schools don't use the transfer portal. You got Alabama and Auburn right there. Like y'all are both by both of them. I would use that transfer portal and UAB and Troy. So I think Alabama State will benefit from this. I mean, they're not a bad team. And we're not going to put up the clip of because you can't hear it. But when Deion was doing his walkthrough, a lot of the players from Alabama State was cussing Deion out. Deion said, get his number. Get his number. Because they was cussing him out. And then Deion said, we're not doing no talking. We just going to beat him down. Because it's disrespectful. So they both felt disrespected. They both felt angry. And Deion beat him and you lost. Come back next year.
Good luck, my friend.
Good luck, my friend. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished the Deion segment. I mean, the HBCU segment of the Splashcast, episode 74. We are going to quickly jump to, where are we going from here? Basketball? Yeah.
Basketball is going to be brief.
We don't even got to really transition to basketball. We're going to do that right now. Hey, Draymond Green is a beast. Draymond Green, if there was any question about Draymond Green and if he really gonna fight and all that stuff, and they, people be calling him soft and all that stuff, he laid Jordan Poole out. Now, I will say he was wrong for doing this. This was wrong. He walked over to him. Now, Jordan Poole, you at that point, when you push, you gotta be ready to fight now. You can't put your hands on no man and then just think it ain't nothing gonna happen. And it was a sucker punch because you didn't think you were gonna get punched by your teammate. Bow! But I mean, he connected flush to jaw.
Oh,
Them lights went
okay.
gray.
So I'm going to be very clear about this. I am a very, very, very big Draymond Green fan. All 7 of us in the world. This is trash. First of all, let's put this into context. Draymond, you're like 32 years old. Jordan Poole's 23 years old.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of putting your hands on a kid. Second of all, it's basketball practice. If you really want to get him, get in the locker room and square up with him. Do not get out here and practice where you know that y'all really can't fight.
Well, I disagreed. I mean, they in practice. I mean,
nah. If you really want to fight, you know you don't fight in practice. Hey, man, I'll meet you in the locker room. We'll figure this out. You know, it's coaches. It's too many people here for us to get to it like we want to get to it. And if you really want to get to it, then let's square up in the locker room.
Like
and then
the
from there,
Celtics.
there are no cameras in the locker room.
Like the Celtics. Now, that's also a big thing, too, because, I mean, somebody leaked this. Because this closed practice. It wasn't open practice. All the practices are closed. So somebody had to leak this to TMZ. So that person is fired. And it's funny how all of the...
Hey, take that off the screen. I'm tired of seeing that cheap bullshit.
Take that. It is funny how they started to make it about the person leaking the video versus more of Draymond Green sucker punching that dude. Now,
well, that is the more important part. People get, I mean, it's not right, but people get punched in football, in practice. You've been on a team long enough. You guys are around each other all the time. Eventually, somebody's going to get tired of somebody, and there's going to be a scuffle. So this is no different than any other one. And also the other part about this is, why is there no audio?
They probably took the audio out. Now,
that's where it gets tricky.
Why does it get tricky?
Because there's a high problem. From everything that I've read, Jordan Poole was talking crazy to Draymond.
Yeah, so I was about to say, I was trying to, you posted the transcript, but I can't figure out how to.
Might not be able to show it.
Zoom in. But basically, Jordan Poole was calling Draymond triple single. If the Warriors did, he said these are some of the things that he said now. Draymond's been riding Steph's coattails for the past decade. If the Warriors didn't draft you, you would have been out the league 7 years ago. You're really a glorified DeJuan Blair. DeJuan Blair, just for context and reference. DeJuan Blair played in the NBA with no ACLs. He had both of his ACLs removed in college when he went to Pittsburgh and he got drafted by the Spurs. So he literally could not jump. He could jump probably as high as DeMarcus Cousins after tearing his Achilles tendon. So for him to call him a glorified DeJuan Blair is disrespectful. Then, as Green was shooting free throws at the other end of the court, at the end of one practice, Poole said, "Stop pissing down your own leg." Draymond missed the free throw. They had to run. Then, this is now the final straw. He said other things like, why they call you Money Green if you're going to be broke and in Sacramento after this season, insinuating that they're going to get rid of you. The final straw was when Poole asked Green what he did whenever an attractive female entered the gym at MSU. Did they like the triple singles, or was it the screen setting that got you all the girls? And Draymond walked over to him. Now, as somebody that has seen their fair share of fights, been in a few, when you start talking that spicy, you have to be ready to go at all times.
You should keep your head on.
Some of our followers said pros that they love to hate: Tom Brady, Dragon Green, a.k.a. Draymond Green.
He is Dragon Green now. I like Dragon Green.
But what were you about to say?
You can't talk that wild and not keep your head on a swivel. You're saying inflammatory things to send people into a tizzy. Now, I know that Kev says that everybody says that's BS. Well, you're trying to clean up the story on the back end. So, yeah, none of this stuff was said. Draymond is going to, whatever it is. One thing Draymond really, I haven't seen from Draymond is just pick on people for no reason. It's the people who go back and forth with him. I feel like if you're not really engaged in Draymond, he's not gonna have anything to deal with. I know people like that. If you're not engaged, you're like, bro, I can't. And Jordan Poole is a little spicy now. Let's be real about it.
He ain't little. He was talking. If this is true, he was talking cash trash.
Oh yeah. If he said this, then I'm not gonna say that it's right for Draymond to punch him, but you should have been ready for it.
Yeah, man, you can't push nobody. I guess he thought he was gonna push him away, and Draymond was gonna like get in his face and you know they were gonna chest up.
He's gonna do what
you do something first. You
players
do something first. Nah, Draymond wasted. There was no wasted movement after he got pushed.
Nah,
it was step forward with the left, drop the chin, rotate that shoulder, right in the jaw, and Poole went down like a sack of potatoes.
But I told you, I think this makes all of the Tetris pieces fall into place now.
What do you mean? How so?
I think that this makes Draymond have to take some pay cut, not a massive pay cut, because, of course, the TV deal is going to make the salary cap and everything go up. You can now pay Poole the money, the extra money that you were trying to probably get Draymond not to take. You can pay to Jordan Poole. That allows you to keep your basically everybody. That's a win-win for all parties involved. Now, what I want to tell you, Jordan Poole, and you may or may not listen to the podcast, I'm sure you do like the rest of the world. Do not let Draymond trick you out of that bag. Stay there next to Steph in an offense that is eventually going to need a new lead. That's your job. Do not let Draymond trick you out of a bag and money and chips, excuse me. You can win more championships and you can make more money there because they will pay. One thing about the Miami,
they are set up to win.
Is,
they are set up to win, boy.
Do not let that. You still got Wiseman over there. They got Moses Moody. They got Kuminga. And you have guys who are willing to play within a system. Do not let Draymond lose you that money, bro.
I think that's, well, I don't know him. I don't know his character. I don't know if he really is a fighter. I don't know of anything.
They can both get paid, AJ. They can both get paid because the money is going to go up.
But there's no way. I don't know what he's thinking. I'm trying to shoot him some bail for not doing nothing. But, I mean, he got jawed. Like as I told you before, I got hit in the jaw one time and didn't do nothing. And my father made sure that never happened again. So you don't get hit and not do nothing. Even if, I mean, Draymond, as I said before, as everybody else has said before, I'm not going to go into super detail, but you would have to see me every day till somebody get traded. We cannot coexist. After you hit me like that, we can't coexist. We can't coexist, and you sucker punch me, so precedent been set. Ain't no square up. Ain't no, hey, we going to meet in the locker room. If you turn the corner, I'm a Stone Cold Steve Stunner you into a folding chair.
Nope. I'm not fighting you and ruining my money. Hey, go get my money right now. Matter of fact, go get it out of his account. I don't care where you go get the money from. I want my account. Go bring me my contract, dog. I want it right now. Because I'm going to tell you, one or two things are going to happen. Either you going to go get me my money right now, or I'm going to make this untenable for everybody else.
Yeah. I'm going to fight you every day. You going to have to choose. I'm going to fight you every day.
Go get my money. We can fix this with large sums of generational wealth. If not, and I'm cheating, I'm going to tell y'all. He don't have to see me. I got to see him.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. You better than me
already.
Because right now in the moment I wouldn't have thought of that at all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't have thought of that at all.
No, I think when he got popped, he got dropped.
Yeah, he was asleep on the way down. He might have woke up when he hit the floor, but he was asleep on the way down. You can see it. It ain't fun. But we had a couple other things we wanted to talk about basketball wise. Can
we just show LaMelo getting dropped too? That's what I really want to see.
The Suns are a dumpster fire. Norwood and I think that they should engage in trade talks with the Magic. LaMelo out there saying he's trying to work on his defense. Not only did he get dropped, he also fouled, buddy. Here it is.
Please look at this. Nope. Oh, nothing over there.
I ain't never seen nobody get dropped to where both of your stuff. See, look at my dad. I'm waiting on him outside the locker room with a chair, with a jack, and I'm gonna blindside him in the head. That's a tire jack.
Man, Bob Davis say, "Hey, I'm coming back as a felon." Let me tell you that.
We gonna figure it out after. We gonna figure the charges out. Just know there will be charges. There will be charges. We just gonna figure them out afterwards.
Hit him with your old Nancy Kerrigan.
Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan. But yeah, that is LaMelo Ball getting dropped,
destroyed
by Derek White.
Ooh,
that boy,
ain't nothing over there, my friend.
That boy needs buckled on both sides.
Can we show Bobo so I can show y'all that I told y'all that Bobo is that real deal?
Everybody knows that Bobo is that real deal. We were trying to figure out.
No, they don't. Nobody believes in Bobo but me.
You are not the leader of the Bobo pack. Everybody believes Bobo is good.
8-foot gazelle.
He just don't have no weight. But I mean, he is a problem. Because there's nothing you can do. That dude that guarded him was 6'9".
Look at the handle. As much as y'all talk about that boy, ooh, that is unfair.
This is why I feel like it would be beneficial for both the Suns and the Magic to have a conversation. The Suns have a disgruntled player. 2. They have Jay Crowder and they have DeAndre Ayton, who signed a contract offer and the Suns matched it, and he hadn't talked to the coach since. They obviously don't want to be there. The Magic have all of the big men everywhere. Not only do they have Bol, who could be your backup center, they have Wendell Carter Jr., they have Mo Bamba, just to name a few, Paolo Banchero, and Jonathan Isaac. So they have a lot of players for one or two positions. It would be beneficial for both of them to go ahead and discuss trading
a partnership,
getting Ayton, pairing him with Paolo Banchero, the 2 Suggs, and Franz Wagner at the 3. All of a sudden, y'all are a problem, and y'all can match up with anybody in the league. But
you might have to give me Franz and Wendell Carter.
No, I'm giving you Mo Bamba, and I'm giving you probably Wendell Carter Jr.
I might want Franz.
You're not gonna get Franz.
I'm
not gonna get Franz.
I'm giving you a number 1. Don't forget, DeAndre Ayton is the number 1 pick.
That's fine. You're not getting Franz. So I'm not getting Franz. I would give you Bol, Mo Bamba, and Wendell Carter Jr.
Okay, I'll take those 3. I'll take that. Yeah. They have a field day with that.
No, you're probably giving up 2 players. You're not giving up 3 players and draft picks. You're giving up 2 players and draft picks because the Magic have a lot of draft picks.
Okay, then I will take those 2 guys in a first. Because the thing about
you gonna give up a first. The first you gonna give up. You giving up a first.
I might need 2 first.
Kiss man.
Because
I'm if I'm the Magic, I'm waiting you out because Ayton don't want to be there, so I'm waiting you out. If that's what you're gonna do, I'm gonna stick with my team. You stick with your dysfunctional team, and you let me know.
I'll call Charlotte. That Plumlee brother is not it. Let me tell you that much.
Call Charlotte. What Charlotte got to offer? I have all the assets. I have the big men. I have everything you need. I have draft picks. I have big men, and I have cap space. So I'm waiting you out.
This is another one of my sleeper teams. No, I don't think I'm Danny Ainge. I could make a deal, but I'm a shrewd dealer.
This ain't 2K,
I might be. No, I'm not Danny Ainge because no. Don't call me Danny Ainge.
But ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the basketball segment. Now we get to the main course. We'll be right back. Give us about 30 seconds. We're gonna talk about some NFL football and some NCAA football. I don't know what Jimbo Fisher was thinking. I also told y'all Matt Rule was about to go back to college. I thought he was going to go be on a Saban staff, but apparently he has Kev is roasting you. He has his pick of teams, and out of all the divisions in NFL football, there's no way I saw that the NFC least will turn into the NFC beast. Y'all stay tuned. We'll
Hawks
be right
got
back.
DeJounte Murray. You tell me it ain't 2K, that's a lie.
Woo! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to I guess this is gonna be our final segment, the football segment. We like to talk about
The granddaddy of them all.
NFL football, NCAA football. We talk about HBCU football by itself because HBCU football deserves to have its own segment. You know how we is.
Say that again.
With that being said, man, let's get to this NFL football real quick, man. I told y'all that Matt Rule was on his way out. I told y'all that.
Mm-hmm.
We told y'all that Matt Rule was on his way out. Matt Rule has been fired, let go, relieved of his duties, sent home, bags packed, out by 5, on the first thing smoking out of Carolina. Both of them, South and North. They got you out of there. 11-27. We kind of saw this coming. They started off the season 1-4. We saw this coming because we knew that Baker Mayfield was the last ditch effort for them. You really sealed your fate.
That's such a terrible last ditch too.
And you sealed your fate when you really. I keep bringing this up, and I don't like to bring up when I'm wrong, but you really sealed your fate when you went and signed Sam Darnold, and then you brought in Baker Mayfield and said we have a quarterback competition, which is literally the worst quarterback competition of all time, with Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. And he is out of there after 1-4. They were calling for him to be fired last year. They were calling for him to be fired this year. He knew it was up. It is what it is. He's gone.
We knew he was going to be fired. You could have fired him at the beginning of the season. You didn't really give him enough to make anything.
Yeah,
you wasted everybody's time.
I think it's because
this team is terrible.
Yeah, they don't look competitive. And the thing is, they got a good defense, though. They got a decent defense. But once the defense didn't show up, that was pretty much it. But the thing about it is, at least he gonna get his money though. $834,000 a month for the next 4 years. Because coaches, ain't that something? Coaches contracts are guaranteed. Players are not.
You said how much?
$834,000. He had a $40-something million contract.
Ooh, my God.
He getting paid crazy money.
I thought I heard that wrong.
No, my friend.
That's
stupid. Go ahead and say it. It's stupid.
I'm not going back. Well, I mean, I would say I'm not going to go back to work, but they're going to pay me at their job too.
Yeah, you about to make $1.5 million a month. He does have his choice of college teams to go to. There's a lot of hot seats. One of the games, you're hearing this, I'm not going to say it's breaking news or it's, I got sources. I just see the tea leaves and the writing on the wall. Auburn. Brian Harsin is on his way out after getting beat 40-12 by Georgia. 42-10 by Georgia. His seat was hot coming into the game, to the league. Watch for Matt Rule to go to Auburn if that happens.
I can see that. And he was at Baylor before?
Baylor. And then
Baylor.
Temple. It was at Temple? Yeah, he was at Temple before that, and he turned Temple around. Then he got Baylor.
That's the correct kind of progression, minus the stint in the NFL.
Yeah, Yeah, so I mean, and he's a good college coach. Now he can recruit. It's just difficult. It's a different beast when you're trying to coach pro football. It's a different beast.
And I will say, I don't think that he was ever given a really good opportunity. I don't think that the Panthers are a good opportunity, especially after Ron Rivera. They never really did anything to make that a better job than the bad job that it already was. It's another guy who I assume gets fired here pretty soon.
I don't know. Yeah, they added Stephon Gilmore last year. Yeah, J.C. Horn. Yeah, Derek Brown. That's why that defense is decent. And you're supposed to be the offensive guru. So if you're the offensive guru and you have a decent defense, 1-4 ain't gonna cut it. 11-27 in 3 years ain't gonna cut it. That ain't gonna happen.
This is not Top Chef. You just give me a bucket of dirt and be like, make an offense. You make an offense.
Well, I mean, they got DJ Moore. They had Curtis Samuel, but he ended up signing with the Washington. Talk about a lateral. He went from Carolina to Washington. Christian McCaffrey got hurt, but they got Chuba Hubbard, Robbie Anderson. I mean, they have pieces there. But he put his faith, like I said, he put his faith in old boy from the Jets, Sam Darnold. And once that happened, I was like, well, the countdown has begun. Moving on, did not see this happening, so I definitely picked Philadelphia to win their division and go to the playoffs. I think I got them going to the NFC Championship game.
Oh, how did this happen?
Cooper Rush.
That's
and
Andy
the Dallas
Dalton
Cowboys are 4-1. Now, they are not 4-1 because of Cooper Rush. They are 4-1 because of the defense. Dan Quinn has that defense playing out of their mind. Now, I will challenge those Cowboys fans and say, y'all let me know what they look like at the end of the season. Because Dan Quinn historically starts off really, really strong, and then we collapse.
How did this happen, Reggie?
And then
we know these teams stink. We know at least two of these teams stink. We know the Giants are not good. We know the Cowboys are not good. How did we get here? You two are not supposed to be here.
Well, I think the Cowboys are supposed to be there. I had them right outside the playoffs because I thought.
You think the Cowboys should be 4-1 right now? Cowboys don't even believe that.
I mean, their defense is. I mean, it's not like they've been winning off flukes now. I mean, their defense is legit. Their defense is masking their offense right now. But I didn't see the Giants being 4-1, and I didn't have the Cowboys in the playoffs because I thought the Packers were at least going, because of their weak division in the NFC North, was going to get one of the wild cards. But the Packers look bad. And then there's one team that's not on here, which is the Washington Commandos. But they did have a very noteworthy presentation where Brian Robinson, running back from Alabama, rookie running back, who, 6 weeks ago, right before training camp.
Carjack.
They tried to carjack him in his hometown. Talking about some hate. Tried to carjack him in his hometown.
That's hate.
And shot him twice in the leg. And he came out to many. This is so tough.
Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. And niggas trying to take my life away.
They introduced Brian Robinson Jr. last and played Many Men by 50 Cent.
Moments ago, an emotional pregame moment as Brian Robinson took the...
Shout out to Washington for doing that.
It's, we always joke about they don't make humans like they used to. You got shot 6 weeks ago and you playing professional football?
Machine.
Test him.
Nah, they ain't never going to test him. I got shot in the leg. You going to test me? All right, man.
Yeah.
I can't give y'all the figure that I want to, but
I need an explanation.
You don't need nothing. I almost died. I got shot. The bullet was a centimeter away from my main artery in my leg. Test me all you want to. But one thing about Ron Rivera and the Washington Commandos, we don't have really anything to talk about them, but they asked him on why other NFC East teams have jumped past them, and his response was the quarterback. Mind you, Carson Wentz threw for 392 yards and 2 touchdowns last.
That's a sell. That is a complete and utter sell. 25, 35, 45, 55 sold.
Sold him up the river. So the Commandos are 1-4, and they look like they are not about to do anything. Shout out to Dexter Lawrence. I mean, Dexter Lawrence plays for the Giants, but Lawrence for the Cowboys. Dan Quinn has them in the defense where they're all standing up, and you don't know where they're blitzing from. I did not see the Giants being 4-1. I didn't see it. The Eagles are 5-0. They won 20-17 over the Cardinals on a missed field goal. The Giants beat Aaron Rodgers on 2 deflected passes at the end of the game to win. Kayvon Thibodeau, all of their rookies, all of these Giants rookies, second and third year players, aside from maybe Matt Jones, have been playing pretty well. Daniel Jones.
Matt Jones, Daniel Jones, Davy Crockett, whatever his name is, he'll be done. But I will say that when we had Saturday Morning Live, I talked about this. I said, yeah, I think the Giants are bad, but I think the Packers stink too.
The Packers, if there's any two people that regret breaking up with each other, it is Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae. Aaron Rodgers probably had 2 or 3 passes that were just dropped. And Devontae Adams is out there in Las Vegas with another Carr brother. I don't know if the Packers make the playoffs, man. Because it looks like to me that these 3 teams, one team is going to win the division, and 2 other ones might make the wild card. You might have 3 teams from the NFC least, a.k.a. the NFC East, and better known as the NFC Beast this year to make the playoffs. 3.
Yep, and I stepped away from this game just for a moment, and now the Chiefs are up by 1. Just kicked the field goal. But they were definitely down by 10 last time I looked.
Yeah. In other news, Rodgers loses. Rodgers is pissed. In other news, AFC North, Justin Tucker, 60 straight game-winning field goals. 6-0.
Test him too.
Justin Tucker, at this point, you have to put him down as, I guess Adam Vinatieri is probably still number 1 because he kicks field goals in the Super Bowl to win the games. But I mean, Justin Tucker is as automatic as it gets.
That is delivering. When they ask for it, you deliver.
When you pay a kicker over $10 million, you know what it is. So, it was a good game. Of course, this is now the new AFC North rivalry between Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. They both played okay. Both kind of disappointing at the same time, but the Ravens are now leading the AFC North. Shout out to the Ravens, man.
And I was watching the game, but I was on a little bit of delay, so I saw that Lamar won the game, and then to watch him surgically go down there, and, hey, back that Brinks truck up. Might need another one. Call another one. You're going to need 2, boy.
Equity. I'm telling y'all, that's where he is right now. Equity. Y'all got to pay him equity.
That's what
now, in the rest, of course, every division has a team bringing up the rear. Never thought I'd say it was the Steelers, but the Steelers have a great future. George Pickens looks like the man, and I don't care. As a Falcons fan, I'm going to double down on it every episode that they talk about him. Should have drafted him in the 2nd round. Him and Drake London with Kyle Pitts would have been just ridiculously stupid, and we could have got a DN in the 3rd round instead of trading up to get AK-47. I don't care what y'all say. I told y'all that during the draft special that YouTube blocked because I forgot that we can't actually broadcast the draft. But I said that during the draft special, hey, George Pickens is still there. We need receivers. One receiver left, another receiver gambling, and we don't know who else we got. So, but anyway, George Pickens looks like that dude. He did get robbed.
Woo! My God, go back. What in the double-breasted lemon lime Frankenstein shoe did you decide to put that on? Why would you do that to yourself? The only thing worse than this is your record.
The thing, so they not only did the Cardinals lose to the Eagles. I don't know why they wore green when you're playing the Eagles. Two, Kyler Murray looks like what Russell Wilson
Himself.
and Sierra would dress up their kid to look like Russell Wilson when he wore that shiny shoe. Like that's what he looked like. Like he looked like he tried to dress like Russell Wilson. And then of course Marquise Brown, that's that Florida shit. It is what it is.
Y'all paid all that money for Kyler and got regular. I told y'all to leave that boy alone. But here you go.
Old people around him. It's not. They got old people around. That's a pick. Oh, he threw it on time. And then of course, hey, y'all want to know something funny? Both the Matts, Matt Ryan and Matt Stafford, have been sacked 21 times, 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. But Matt Ryan leads the league in passing yards.
He does what?
Leads the league at passing. Well, he did lead the league at passing yards. I think Mahomes passed him this game.
Jerry is. Let's go, Jerry. Let's go.
So that's funny. It's tight for the Matts, man. I think Matt Ryan looks like his career is over. He is a statue back there. I will say that I did not think the Colts offensive line was going to be this bad, but Matt Ryan's career is over, and Matt Stafford has turned into a pumpkin.
No, he's turned into who y'all thought he was. Well, who
now,
I thought he was, pardon me.
Well, we don't take what you say serious all the time when it comes to the Rams because you still think Cooper Kupp ain't good. And Cooper Kupp was torching the Cowboys. He was torching the Cowboys. It's just the Cowboys' defensive line is just insanely good right now. But Cooper Kupp is that dude. And you can drop your eyes and not say that, whatever. Go look up the stats. He outran, what is the thing? He outran the whole Dallas Cowboys defense on a 90-yard run, 80-yard touchdown. Whole Cowboys defense. All creed and color.
Y'all want to believe in that boy? Y'all can believe in him all you want to.
He ain't proved us wrong yet. Let's talk about AFC East. Josh Allen. Josh Allen is Josh Allen at high levels. He is literally carrying the Bills. Well, him and the defense are carrying the Bills to the AFC East.
No.
They have the Josh Allen is the quarterback and the running back, just like Lamar, but he has better receivers.
Maybe you get Lamar a receiver one day.
No. According to the Ravens, according to Ravens fans, Rashard Bateman is really, really good. Devin Duvernay has the fastest 40 time on whatever.
Chat. We ain't had a quick scope in a while. Quick scope Davis is back, ladies. That is a shot at one person in particular.
Horrible, because it was a horrible take that they told me. I'm gonna ask you this question real quick. Because we know Josh Allen is good in the AFC East. They are, and James Cook got his first touchdown out of University of Georgia. Go Dogs. The Patriots shut out the Lions with their 4th-string quarterback. That was impressive. But the most impressive team this weekend, by far, are the New York Football Jets. Yes,
say that again.
I said it. The New York Football. I know it's supposed to say Giants. But 40-17 over Tyreek Hill and all of them. And Sauce Gardner looks like he is worth that pick. And he also looks like you shouldn't throw the ball over there. The Jets won 40-17 over the Dolphins. The Jets won 40-17 over. I'm gonna say it one more time because I don't remember the last time.
Wild.
I don't know the
Was
last
that
time.
Zachary Taylor Thomas doing that?
Yep. I don't know the last time that the Jets were this good. Was it Mark Sanchez with Rex Ryan when they made it to the AFC
Which
Championship
really
game?
makes you think what's going on because Flacco was playing the same way.
About what?
Just putting up big numbers. Maybe they got a real system over there.
Flacco wasn't putting up 40 points.
Nah, it was not putting up 40 points.
But it's also Breece Hall. Breece Hall, we have to give him his respect. Breece Hall played well. Now, the Dolphins also are down to their third-string quarterback now. Teddy Bridgewater left with a concussion, and they weren't about to put him back in the game. So he could have just blinked wrong, and they were like, concussion, out of there.
Yeah.
But Zach Wilson, Zach Wilson ain't played great. Zach Wilson ain't played great at all, actually. He was 14-21, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 2 sacks. They got all their touchdowns on rushing the ball. Breece Hall, 18 rushes, 97 yards, a touchdown. Carter, 10 rushes, 2 touchdowns. Barrios, 1 rush.
Jeez, that's 28.
Touchdown. Yeah.
28 carries and 2 guys.
Yeah,
y'all sound like the Atlanta Falcons.
They got 28 points, and then their defense, which is quietly as kept, is pretty decent.
Yeah, do not
playing
sound
pretty
like the
well.
Atlanta Falcons there.
They're playing pretty well. So nobody saw the Jets playing well. And then AFC West, Russell Wilson. We haven't done
Broncos country.
Let's ride. We haven't done stealing. What is it? Killing, stealing, and whatever. We haven't done that segment in a while. But Russell Wilson, you are grade A thievery. $235
I don't know,
million.
but I told you I thought that this was a lateral move from day one. I don't think that. I believe in this team a lot less than everybody else, and I don't know if that makes me right because I didn't believe in this team.
Though? We both picked them to come in 4th. Who believed in them?
Right.
I just didn't.
A lot of people.
I did not see them being this bad. Now, again, we're gonna revisit this at the end of the year. Hey, whoever is in the Broncos front office, I don't know if it's John Elway anymore. I can't remember if he's still there, but whoever's in the Broncos front office, so it is John Elway. They put all their eggs in the Aaron Rodgers basket. They got his quarterback coach. They hired him as the head coach, which means if you got Aaron Rodgers is basically gonna be the coach. They went and got these receivers and all of that, and when Aaron Rodgers pivoted, they were like, well, we got to go get somebody, and Russell Wilson was the only one available. But it doesn't work like that.
Let's not say it like that. That's a consolation prize.
Russell Wilson is the consolation prize if you're going after Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what I'm sorry if that sounds wrong for me to say. Love the black man, love the black family. You, sir, are number 2 in that transaction.
That's fair. We all gotta know our station in life.
Hell, what?
It's Aaron
Who would
Rodgers.
you have?
It's throw Rogan.
Throw Rogan and everybody else. But with that being said, we come to the end of the NFL segment. Let's jump straight to college. Georgia won 42-10. Florida skeeched by 24-17. And then we saw one of the worst play calls in the history of history.
Boy,
Texas
Jimbo
played one of the best games they could have played against a backup quarterback with Alabama. They had caused 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers, 2 touchdowns.
Had him in the fail clutch too.
Had him in the fail clutch. Masterful game called in the second half by Jimbo Fisher. And everybody knows that when you are at the end of the game, you call the play that is supposed to win you the game. Every coach is supposed to have that one play in the red zone that they call to win the game. And I guarantee you it was not this out route against man coverage. There's no way that was the play.
To the short side, like everything about this play and run the ball. I don't know why we've gotten away from just running the ball. At least if you run the ball, you can say Bama beat us. Man versus man, I line my 11 up, they line their 11 up, and their 11 was stronger than us. But this, you deprive your team from an opportunity. This is so disappointing, bro. This is mind-blowing to me.
It's sad, man.
Mind blowing.
It
Uncalled
is sad.
for. And you as a coach, you got that. You got to have something that, hey, this the one that we've been practicing. We ain't showing y'all. And you give them this.
An out route to the short side of the field against a cornerback that already has a pick in the game. Like, now I will say this. I am saying this early, and I reserve the right to change my mind later on. Texas A&M played a lot of freshmen and sophomores. Them 2 recruiting classes that they say that they bought, Nick Saban said that they bought, they all showed up, including this receiver. I'm sorry, I pointed like y'all can see. Including this receiver who basically was the passing game for them.
And we kind of said that. Jimbo bit off more than he could chew, but he had kind of put himself in a position where he could prove that to be true. Like, nah, I'm actually that guy.
Jimbo coached a hell of a game.
You just kind of phoned it in at the very end with just no creativity, nothing.
He coached a hell of a game.
Until the
DJ Durkin and that defense are playing well. Texas A&M will give Alabama a run for their money next year in the SEC West.
Absolutely. I think Nick knows that too.
Yep. In other news, Kentucky lost to South Carolina. Bad. I don't think Will Levis played though, but they lost bad. Let's just go ahead and skip on to next week. Alabama, Tennessee. That's going to be a hell of a game. Hell of a game.
Especially after Bama looking humbled again. Tennessee, Hooker
look like world beaters. They went down to LSU.
Yeah, he definitely looks like a Heisman hopeful. He's got to be right there behind C.J. Stroud. And it's going to be a good one.
Yeah,
It's been a long time since we've seen Tennessee play in a game of this magnitude.
Yep. ACC, Miami has been put to bed. They sleep. I picked them as a sleeper to challenge for USC for a 4th spot. Y'all suck. Miami's bad.
Travis Kelce might have 100 yards. He's going to have 4 touchdowns. Like, y'all might want to guard him in the red zone. He's going to – y'all damn fools. That's the reason y'all don't get fired.
Yeah, he's got 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns. Sneaky
but
just
no
beat,
yards.
It don't matter. That's 40 points for you. Florida State lost. Is Clemson for real? Do you believe in Clemson right now? No. Hey, guys, do y'all believe in Clemson? Right now, I'm putting everybody on the spot that's watching. Is Clemson for real?
That's a no. It's a no for me. Hell no. They're regular. They're just like everybody else.
You think so?
Hell yeah. Like, good, but just regular good. Not necessarily, they're not world beater. I don't think they want any problem with Alabama or anybody of that nature. The ACC good. That's what I will say.
Well, they play Florida State next week.
The rest of them guys you play.
They play Florida State.
I'm not really worried about
week.
Florida.
Auburn plays
I don't think
Mississippi.
Florida State's that good.
No, I mean Florida State's been down since they fired Willie Taggart. But USC plays Utah next week. Tune in Saturday morning live when we talk about that. Big Ten, Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State. Who's legit? Who's a pretender?
Oh, well, Michigan and Penn State, I put them in there, but until proven otherwise, you're about right. We've never seen you guys do it.
Well, they did it last year. Michigan beat Ohio State.
I'm talking about when I say legit, I mean championship legit.
They played it. They made it to the playoffs. I mean,
you got to win something before. You know how I feel. Until you win a championship, you don't really get any speaking parts. Only then do you get to go to the elite table. Other than that, you're just a guy who's.
What is the timetable on their championships? Didn't they win one in 2000?
The last time they won a championship, it was with Charles Woodson, who's a fantastic commentator now.
Yeah, 1996.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It is now 2022, soon to be 2023. Nope.
So what is the statute of limitations on the championships?
Oh, I see what you're doing here. Next comment. You are a dirtbag. And I almost walked myself here. I go walk myself right into it. Like boo boo the fool.
UCLA. Hey, we bet a 6-pack on that game. Told y'all UCLA is pretty good, and they ended up winning the game. Chip Kelly got him. That transfer. We gonna have this conversation. The transfer portal is the all. Everybody's talking about Alabama, how they got Jahmyr Gibbs, but it is the transfer portal is a great equalizer. And UCLA, they got that black quarterback. They got Charbonnet from Michigan that transferred, and they playing really, really well. They beat Utah, and you picked Utah.
For me, yeah. 7 receptions, 25 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns. Man, hell no. Y'all, that's stupid football. If you haven't decided to double him and at least let somebody else beat you, you're an idiot. But I'm very high on USC. And maybe, if Chip Kelly can get UCLA, and he don't really even have to win at this point. He just got to get him to the top of the pack.
You know, it's unfortunate for the Pac-12. Both of these teams are going to the Big Ten. That sucks. Both of these teams are going. If I'm the Pac-12,
How long are those contracts? There's got to be
I'm trying to talk my way out of it. I'm trying to keep you here.
And I think it's better for them to be there, too.
They'll be king. Yeah, I mean.
You get back.
You look like you're running from Utah to me. You look like you're running from Utah to me. But a lot of good football left. NFC South is up for grabs. Didn't see that coming. NFC East is the NFC Beast now. Respect. Not calling y'all the NFC Least anymore right now. At least not for right now.
Nah, I gotta humble myself. If I was gonna talk trash about you when you're up, I gotta say, hey man, you're doing it.
They are doing it. Jalen Hurts, he's got to be a front runner for the MVP right now. And then of course college football. Oh, Ohio State is the new number 1 in the AP poll. Ohio State. Number 2 is Georgia.
You play somebody.
Number 3 they got to play Michigan and Penn State coming up. Number 3 is Alabama. So, before we go, I know y'all don't really care about a lot of rivalries in college football. Got a lot of basketball fans in here, but we from the South. That Red River rivalry is something that we watched growing up. That is something that you watch. Texas-Oklahoma is a game that you watch. I have never seen Oklahoma get beat 49-0 by Texas.
Oklahoma looks broken. And I told you that before. Brett Venables, if he was black, he'd be fired. That's what I say.
Ooh, Penn State plays Michigan coming up. Game of the week. Well, I don't know about that because Brett Venables, I think he's from Oklahoma. I know he coached at Oklahoma under Bob Stoops.
His last name could be Sooner. He need to be fired sooner than later.
And his quarterback left, and because of the transfer portal, this is something you don't have to do. You got to figure out because of the transfer portal. All of those players went to USC. Starting quarterbacks, 2 starting receivers. Everybody went to USC, and then the other people transferred out.
The team has to look competitive, and right now they just don't look like that. They don't look competitive.
They look bad.
You're right.
They lost to Kansas State. They got to be blown out by Texas will get you fired though.
Yeah.
You have to win. You have to win next year. That is like Southern Grambling. That is Howard Hampton. You do not lose to your rival.
Boy, you imagine
being blown out
49-7 rocking the blue and white, boy.
Oklahoma scored? I thought it was 49-0.
I think it's 49-7.
They scored.
That was a good open field time.
49-0. 49-0 shutout.
I tried to give them one because at least if you get one on the board, we didn't get shut out.
Slam
shut
dance.
out is bad.
Plumber chicked, mollywopped, massacred, ass kicked, butt kissed. Y'all are out of there. So
stomped out.
They got stomped
Somebody
out for
turn
real.
the lights on in here. God,
No, turn the lights off. Stop the game. Turn them off. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of episode 74 of the Splash Cast, the all-encompassing episode. I don't know if the ATL edition will come out. I have to chop this up, but we will have something for y'all tomorrow. We had a really good discussion on last episode that I'm probably going to cut up and put out anyway. With that being said, Norwood, if we didn't miss anything, 2 hours and 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
Take us out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all already know where to find us. We are not going to run you down the Instagram today. This is the Instagram. You already know it. Reggie will pull up the schedule, though, so we can show you that. Tonight was Monday Night Raw. Tomorrow there will be something. Sit and wait patiently. When we release it, you will know. Wednesday, there is a 36-pack that will release. My goodness.
Sneaky.
Whoa. I mean,
sneaky. It is Tuesday. 6-pack already?
Wait, hold on. Did nobody see that touchdown from Carr to Adams, 48 yards?
Shout out to my fantasy football team.
Man, that just blew my goodness. Double cover, too. And threw up the hand and said, go get it. Ooh. As a person who loves wide receiver play, when you see him throw that hand up, you are a cooked goose, my friend. It is over. And as much trash I talk about Carr, he dropped that one in the bucket. Woo! My bad. I'm wide awake now. And once again, Wednesday, Splashcast 36-pack. 36-pack of fire. Already put together, sequence ready, waiting for your audio experience. Thursday, we will have more content we will put out on this very page. It will come out, and we will let you know exactly what it is. And then Saturday, I will be out of town, but I will still give y'all Saturday morning live from beautiful, sunny Jacksonville, Florida.
Yes, sir. Oh, you said we're not
doing
it.
And they did not get the 2-point conversion.
Nope. This is where you can find us. If you go to Instagram and you click on the link tree, this is everywhere, including right now on Twitch. This is where you can find us. And we always show it's up now. So you can actually click on that and watch us anytime you want to. All right, Norwood, take us out.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, once again, shout out to the world rocking with us on the Monday full edition. Everything. Do it all. We are the realest podcast in the world for a reason, but always remember, number one, more black baseball, and we are rooting for Mike Harris to win the Rookie of the Year. Number two,
Sneaky, you know who win in our fantasy football matchup. I'm up by 55 points.
More black cowboys and cowgirls. Number 3,
51.
Historically black college and university that you graduated from, your cousin graduated from, that aunt that you real cool with, your grandmama graduated from, send some money over there. The historically black college and university in the very neighborhood that you live in, send some money over there. It's homecoming season. We know you're going to go over there and tailgate. You're going to go over there and suck up the set out, drink up all the liquor, drink up all the beer, eat up, and you know you're going to the grill, and the first thing you're going to say is, hey, man, can I get a piece of chicken? Least you could do is donate back to the school. That is the very, because people come right up with the expectation. Hey, bro, can you get me a plate? And what do? We come back with a plate. The least you could do is make a donation. We don't care what it is. Whatever it is, just make it. Just make the donation. And then finally, the greatest learning institution in all the world. If you don't know, then you're wrong. But if you don't know, we will tell you. It is the Hampton University. I'll be there soon and very soon. I'll be riding across Settlers Landing, the sun beaming on my face, the air smelling sweet. Send some money to Hampton. We love you.
And if you don't, we say this all the time. If you did not go to an HBCU, if you attended a PWI or you attended another school that's not an HBCU, if you live in the South or in the East, there's an HBCU, or in the Midwest, there's an HBCU near you. Donate money to the nearest HBCU possible. When we're working on our website, we've got it designed. We just got to get it. Well, Got our idea down, we're getting it designed. There will be links for you to donate to whatever alumni association you want. And so make sure, and whatever, and some non-alumni associations as well. So make
Absolutely.
sure.
And if you have an organization that is looking for donations, looking for support, please reach out to us. Because, you know, as much as we come here, we love the podcast. Of course, we love to use our podcast to lift up historically Black colleges and universities. But we really want to be able to support multiple different organizations, community service, whatever it is that is very near and dear to me and Reggie's heart. And I know we get on here and play and all the rest of that, but this is really what it's about more than everything else. So if you know an organization that's looking to be supported or can help us, please reach out. We want to. That is what we're truly about.
Yes, sir. That's it, right?
Yeah, after that, hey, man, it ain't but one thing for me and Reggie to do now. We finna hang out and watch the rest of this game. Go Chiefs.
Yeah, it's 4 minutes left. It's a 1-point game. I've won my fantasy football line matchup. So I have won all of my teams won this weekend. With that being said, man, we love y'all. Stay safe. Peace. Adios.
Adios, mi amigos. God is love. And until we see.
Yeah, Blackest in the room, Fred Hampton, they came and shot it up. Blackest in the room, Jeff Fort when he hit Gaddafi up. Blackest in the room, I can't hit Clarence Thomas up. My cousin live in Flint, she been sick since they the water up. I start the drama up. Black suits and black curses, limo service, pick your mama up. Checked out on that ambulance, too late to hit the doctor up. Cut off all my from last year, I cleaned my roster up. And did a rebuild, tons on the ski sale. Shows I need 150,000 like I'm E-sale. Sitting on the truck, the pack too big to do the meat sale. Tried to kick that cup up around and I got a refill. Around gon' find out, around get found slump. Silly they be worried about a body count instead of counting up. Bordiato with the floating caps on the new black, got it mounted up. Baby tried to throw that out, but I was passed out and she was out of luck. Yeah, you better look. Nervous cause detectives is lurking, they pick the workers up. Dump it up like Izzy and Juicy, up these verses up. Cane train, kick those shorty, you just a burglar. My pistol in my pillow, I sleep amongst all the murderers. Nervous cause detectives is lurking, they pick the workers up. Jump it up like Izzy and Juicy, up these verses up. Don't get no if you die, they make sure your surface up. My pistol in my pillow, I sleep amongst all the murderers. Yeah.